Hey everyone, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us here at KHOU. I'm meteorologist Addison Green, and we are talking about the chance for seeing some active weather come on in across H-Town later on today and lasting through Wednesday morning. So if you have any plans that involve being outside later on this evening, maybe you want to have a plan B because of the wet weather on the way. Now the rain chances are running low out there, and it's only really an issue for extreme northwestern counties, but that chance will increase and become a little more widespread as you make your way throughout the afternoon to evening hours, going across Harris County and then eventually towards the coastal areas, making your way in through tomorrow morning. So you can see those rain chances definitely running on the likely side of things during the beginning of the morning commute coming up for tomorrow. As you make your way throughout the midday hours, those rain chances will gradually be dropping and then really going down once you're heading towards the evening hours tomorrow for Wednesday. So we just have to go through a pretty much about 24-hour period of dealing with some wet weather pushing on in. So showers and storms arrive later on this afternoon through the evening hours. We'll have those strong storms swing on in throughout the overnight hours, dropping on in from the northwest to a southeasterly direction. Then we're getting the chance to dry out, but that's not going to be after where you get 1 to 3 inches of rain come on down before all is said and done by Wednesday midday. The view right here coming on in from Fort Bend County, looking towards the northeast, towards Houston, which is right about here, kind of covered up in that murky, hazy moisture layer we got going on right now, shows that we have a rather fair sky up above us. You can see nice blue skies right there, but also you can see a layer of clouds forming right there as we're having that moisture stream on in right here from the southeasterly direction, making its way towards the north and west. That cold front, it's pretty much stalled, so it's a stationary front right now, way out towards the north and west, but it's going to finally get kicked into gear and drop on down later on tonight. Look at the temperatures. We got 86 degrees being reported at Bush Intercontinental with a feel-like temperature of 91 degrees because of that level of moisture in the atmosphere, which is measured by the dew points, and they're running high all across the board. Upper 60s to low 70s, indicating a tropical air mass is with us, and we have that moisture being pumped on in at a very vigorous wind speed of over 20 miles per hour out of a southeasterly direction. This little arrow right here, that's the pressure arrow showing that the pressure was going to start to go down as we make our way in throughout the next 24 hours, indicating that progression of that front eventually across town. We got 89 degrees in Sugar Land, 83 degrees in Mont Bellevue, 84 degrees in Cleveland. Up across to the north and west, we do see some scattered showers that have developed recently up near College Station, up across the Huntsville area. And for the most part, those have been very slow moving ones. And as we take a scan right here, scanning the latest of the information coming on in from these storms, we can see we do have a few lightning strikes being reported near Madisonville, as well as some more moderate rain being reported towards the Bryan area, where you're probably up towards that way. Looking up towards the skies, you can see them getting a little darker, looking a little more ominous. Well, that's those storms starting to build on up, and more is on the way later on today as we do see that cluster of thunderstorms making its way across central portions of Texas. This is roughly down the I-35 corridor between Austin and Dallas, where Dallas-Fort Worth is getting lit up by all that lightning strikes, and we see those storms pushing on in towards the Hamilton area, way towards the north and west. So eventually all of this will be sliding over towards the north and east, and eventually dropping on down towards the south and east right here across southeastern portions of Texas. Now for the time being, we only have one county in our viewing area underneath a flash flood watch. That is Polk County right here, where Seven Oaks is located, up across just north of Liberty County. That's going up in effect for tonight through tomorrow morning. We may see more counties being added onto this list, but for now, that's the only one. And the reason why is because they picked up in the past 24 hours, 5+ inches of rain in that little highlighted area right there. So they're going to see an additional 1 to 2 inches, maybe even 3 inches of rain come through on top of what they've already seen so far since yesterday. Meanwhile, the rest of the region, not much in terms of shower activity came down over the past 24 hours. So looking right here across your radar and temperatures across the Lone Star State, we can see the location of that front northwest of Houston, but southeast of Tyler. Hence, there's nearly a 10-degree temperature difference right there. And the temperature difference certainly does look more extreme as you move further towards the west. Between Laredo, nearly at 90 degrees, and St. Angelo, nearly at 6 degrees, I should say. You have nearly a 30-degree difference right there. Yeah, definitely we have some cooler air lying in wait. Unfortunately, though, this front is stubborn. It's not really moving all that well, although we're going to finally get the chance to kick it on out down towards the south and east. Look at the feel-like temperatures, though, south of the front. We have low to mid to even upper 90s being felt all the way down towards southern Texas. Meanwhile, it feels much better by comparison, 60s to 50s, even 40s as you make your way towards the Texas Panhandle. So if you were driving from Brownsville area down this way towards Amarillo, you go from wearing short sleeves to perhaps having a more thicker jacket right there as you're heading up towards the Oklahoma Panhandle area. Dew points that measure moisture in the atmosphere, like I was saying, are running rather high across southern and southeastern Texas, but they certainly do feel much better by comparison over towards the north and west. And whenever we talk about dew points, we want them to be in that 60-degree range right here in southeastern Texas to even the 50s. That'll certainly feel much nicer by comparison. When you get into the upper 70s, 80s, getting towards the summer months, yeah, insta sweat. That's the best way to describe it. So here's your day planner right here. Going throughout the 2 o'clock hour, many locations will be in the upper 80s, close to 90 degrees, feeling though in the mid 90s, but making your way in through 5 o'clock, then 8 o'clock, that storm change does start to increase as that front is slowly on the move, dropping down towards the south and east. Now, some of those storms could be on the strong to severe side. We do have a slight risk, that's a 2 out of 5 right here from the Storm Prediction Center, in this yellow highlighted area you see, which does include portions of our northwestern viewing area going up across, say, towards the Waller area, Montgomery area, up across in towards Huntsville as well. As you get closer towards Harris County and down towards the coastal areas, that severe threat will begin to diminish. But nonetheless, we're still going to be concerned with the chance for seeing some moderate instances of some flooding across the area, as well as some damaging wind gusts. Chances for seeing damaging hail and tornadic activity are running very low out there, but nonetheless, any storms that do develop, we'll keep our eyes on the possibility of seeing some hail coming on in, as well as any rotation indicating we may have a tornadic situation on our hands, whether it's a funnel cloud dropping down or a tornado actually on the ground. So looking right here throughout your future track, we can see going throughout the afternoon hours, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds, very warm, muggy day out there today. Past the 5 o'clock hour, we now have that line pushing on down from the northwesterly direction. Temperatures up in Conroe will be in the mid 90s. Once that front passes, you'll be feeling a really big noticeable change as temperatures will go down into the 60s in the Huntsville area. So that front certainly will mean business, and we could be seeing some energetic storms right here up across in Polk County, for instance. Hence, the chance for seeing some flooding is out there. That flash flood watch is up in effect. Moving on in past the 7 o'clock hour, now we are starting to see that front drop down in towards Harris County right there. Temperatures in Pearland would be in the low 80s. Out towards Bush and the Continental, it'll be the low 70s. Further towards the north and west, they are into the upper 60s. Now the front makes its way down towards the coastal areas. By 9 o'clock, we'll have scattered misty showers going on in across much of the viewing area. But as this line has pushed on down, it's utilized a good amount of the energy in the atmosphere. Also at 9 o'clock, we're past the sunset hour. We no longer have that daytime heating. So as we see that line of thunderstorms out towards the west, push in towards our vicinity, notice how it kind of fades away and weakens over time because it's running into that atmosphere that's already been drained of its energy. But nonetheless, you'll still get the rain showers to come on down, just won't have the severe weather potential. By tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., we now have our coastal counties from Harris County down towards the coast dealing with scattered to moderate shower activity. Out towards the north and west, light misty conditions to just overcast skies. So nothing really too much to report over that way in places like Brenham, Tomball, even towards the Huntsville area. Heading through the midday hours, we still have the wet weather to contend with across our coastal counties. North and west, still running on the drier side of things. So from Harris County southward, you still have to keep that umbrella by your side. You may need it through Wednesday midday. North and west, you'll be starting to dry on out as we're getting some northeasterly breezy conditions coming on down, drawing in drier air. When all is said and done, it's going to be the coastal areas picking up at least an inch of rainfall, maybe even picking up close to 2 inches of rain in some spots. Towards the north and west, maybe about half an inch to an inch or so, but these numbers could easily double if any of those storms come by and just kind of slowly move through the area and just leading towards a more prolonged or heavy rainfall situation going on in. But bear in mind, we're not expected to see widespread flooding, hence the flash flood watch is only up for 1 county. As you make your way past Wednesday, when that front comes on in and go in towards Thursday, now we get a much more comfortable air mass dropping on down for Thursday, Friday. It'll be making it feel much nicer by comparison to be out and about. Then by Saturday, we'll start to see those dew points rising little by little, and then Sunday into Monday, we're going to hang out in towards that summer muggy feeling little by little, but it'll certainly be feeling better than how it has been feeling the past several days. So let's put it all together for you in your extended 7-day forecast. Showers, storms, a threat for the afternoon to evening hours, especially towards the northwest, dropping down towards the southeast. We'll have a lot of wet weather throughout the overnight hours in towards tomorrow morning. We're going to be seeing our temperatures in the afternoon hours, combined with the clouds, that northeasterly breeze, only going to get up into the mid-70s. So quite a stark contrast to how the day is for your day today. By Thursday, though, we're drying out nicely. Temperatures getting to gorgeous levels in the afternoon hours into the low 80s. That'll be the trend out there for Friday. And then as you make your way in through Saturday and towards Sunday, that's when we start to see those rain chances slowly increase as we have another onshore flow pushing on in across the area. And then moving on towards Monday, that storm potential may start to rear its head back across our area. But we'll at least have a little dry stretch right there Thursday through Saturday, where the weather will be nice and the air will be comfortable out and about. We'll be chiming back on air as well as online if any of these storms look threatening, and definitely have to check back in on the 411 for the latest forecast information.